practice, saw the speakers come in for the field goal session. What was kind of the thought process behind that start of practice?
Well, we're just trying to get our guys to be able to play with crowd noise and distraction, all that, get them to concentrate, and you know, so it was a good pick-me-up for the guys today also.
Just in general, just assess. I know the day before the spring game, you didn't want to tax the guys too much.
Yeah.
For practice one.
Well, we challenged them before we started practice about, hey, this isn't no walk-through day, all that. We still need to improve, and I think in some areas we did. Overall, I wasn't real pleased with our whole focus, you know, as far as the whole practice goes. But hopefully that is them looking forward to tomorrow and you know, giving their best effort and being able to execute on both sides.
Well, how did you divide it? How did you divide the teams? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, we are. We're going to have an offensive side and a defensive side, and they're going to be on the same side of the field. Offense and the defense will be on the opposite side, but they'll be divided up into red and black, and that way we can kind of mix and match if we have to, if we have some injuries, to keep the flow going and our communication, you know, especially on offense, so the coaches can stay on the same side. But there will be a red group and there will be a black group.
Are they coaching staff divided in any way?
No, we're going to have the defensive side, defense coaches on one side, and the offensive coaches on one side, just so they can keep the continuity of everything and not have to fly back and forth across the sidelines. And you know, you'll see mostly ones on twos. There'll be some ones on ones.
Injury-wise, I know you guys were banged up at the start of practice, but heading to the spring game, is everybody at full strength, and what's the status there?
Well, we've challenged our guys, and it's been a real taxing spring, and there is some guys that are banged up, and there's a few injuries that won't be able to play on Saturday, but for the most part, yeah, the fans will be able to see most of our players.
So spring practice really got ready to start, and you looked ahead to the day before the spring game. Where you wanted to be?
You know, really, I had no expectations because I didn't know a whole lot about our team. My main expectation that we're going to get better every single practice and learn how to practice. And I really feel like those two areas we have improved. I mean, we're still not to where we need to be, and I told the guys that today. But, you know, that's normal, but it's just part of challenging them.
What are you looking for out of the offense and the defense tomorrow?
Well, execution. And, you know, you always as a coach, you know, I'm really curious to see how some guys will respond in front of a crowd. I mean, you know, you hear that, you know, the story about guys when the lights come on, really come on. Well, there's something to be said for that. And so hopefully tomorrow there'll be some bright spots and some guys really raise their level.
What special things do you have tomorrow?
There won't be a whole lot. We will kick off and kick off return. We will kick field goals, but it'll mainly be, you know, geared for offense and defense.
Quarterback's not totally live?
No, quarterbacks will not be live. Everybody else will, but the quarterbacks will not.
Anybody in particular you can tell us won't play tomorrow?
Stone, he will definitely be out, and he's probably the only one, you know, as of right now that I'd say 100% for sure will.
I guess that's not counting guys like you, Jarbo.
Right. That hadn't been practicing the whole spring. That's correct.
How many recruits you expecting to have?
You know what? We're hoping to have a lot. You know, this is really our junior day, our first junior day, so it's kind of, we've invited, you know, mass groups, and a lot of times you don't know until you get here, but in the hundreds would be nice, and so we're really hoping to have a good group, and you know, really show the recruits what we have to offer them here.
You going to go sideline to sideline? Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to stay out in the middle, and I'll be in communication with, you know, Rhett and John, offensively and defensively, and just try to keep the flow going. So I'll do actually no specific coaching. I'm just going to be a head coach tomorrow, which that'll be interesting.
Will it be fun, though? Are you gonna
Oh, yeah, I've had fun this spring. There's no doubt. You know, I've let our coaches, for the most part, coach, and you know, as a head coach coming in a new situation, you're evaluating everything. And so this spring has been really good for me to evaluate, you know, all parts of our program, and really feel like that we're headed in the right direction.
I know tomorrow you're not going to obviously show all the, you know, kind of all the cards at once to the crowd. I mean, how much are folks going to see tomorrow that of the actual playbook? I know the percentage.
Yeah. You know, we've been slow to put our install, but I've never been one of those guys to hide too much. I know there's some thoughts about, oh, hide this. I mean, for the most part, coaches they have a good idea what your base offense and defense is. But you know, I want this to be fun for our fans, and I want this to be fun for our players and our coaches. And so, as far as everything we got in, we're not holding anything back. You know, obviously, as the season goes on, you know, you'll see more and more, but there'll be a lot of the offense and defense that the fans will see tomorrow.